Last day in the parks. Sad day, but we get early entry, so happy day. Always sad being the last day and all, but it's still a day at Disney. How can one frown? We are in, and with our Disneyland hotel keys, we get past the rope before everybody else. Here's the downside about the new security system. I really, really like it. But right now when Henry scanned his badge, it saw my picture and still opened up. Maybe it's just looking into the future what he's going to look like in 30 years, or it's flawed. But none of that matters. Last day in the park. Let's get in line and let's fly to Neverland. And there she is. Dana actually got the Lego set last night, so you're going to see that in future videos. I would say I feel guilty, but I don't. It's like being at a concert with backstage passes. You feel a little guilty, but you really don't.
I do feel guilty.
You do feel guilty? Why?
It's just because they're all waiting.
They're all waiting.
They're all waiting, and we gotta go.
I want you to think how many times we've waited in that line.
I know, a lot.
They all got to pay their dues to be Disneylanders. And in all honesty, how often do you get like no line to get through the castle? The early pass entry was worth it alone just to get the picture in front of the castle with no one else around. Well, it didn't really save time in Peter Pan, but you know what? We beat everybody else to it. Small victories. Here we go. Did you like being lost, boys?
When we were flying.
I want to see how this makes them feel. Hey, boys, I want to go back to the hotel. On our way to Roger Rabbit, somehow I got duped into this. And as the guy with vertigo, this isn't fun, but I do it for the kids. Worst case scenario, I do go back to the hotel. Henry got his blue pirate ship. We're getting the orange teacup for Charlie. This was not made for normal-sized people like Daddy. No needs. That was demonic.
To spin your teacup, just keep turning the wheel to the right or to the left.
This has always been Dana, Henry, and Charlie's thing. Yep, still hate it. With all my heart. Off to Toontown to ride with Roger Rabbit. This population is out of control. So I'm always very dubious of this because every time it says 5 minutes for me and I jump in, it ends up being like half an hour to 40-minute wait. Because they have the most misleading queue in all of Disney. You walk in and see the ride, and you scoop around to like the longest parts. See what I mean? Here's the load area. And then the queue goes all the way around back here. The first time I came here with some friends, we got in this line being like, oh sure, let's do this. We were in line for an hour and a half. We were only here for one day. So this took up a majority of our day at the park. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be the case this time. Spoke too soon. All right, Charlie, you're driving. Officially the scariest day of my life.
I can actually steer it.
I know, Daddy doesn't like to spin. Charlie, no. I had a little vertigo attack on there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Through no fault of his own, Charlie spun the car without me paying attention, and I couldn't focus on something. Unfortunately, I triggered my vertigo. So I had to rest for just a minute. Okay, I've recovered, so we're gonna go have another perfect picnic with Mickey and Minnie. And I won't show you a whole lot, because we already filmed this one, but we'll see. And it stinks, because when those hit me, like I really just want to go take a nap right now. But we shall soldier on, right, Henry? Because when you're at Disney, you get over it quick. A little known gym that no one ever really uses is this little walkway over here, leaving Toontown, going back into Fantasyland. I don't think I've ever seen other people besides like us walking down this at any point.
Guys.
You can avoid the crowds of over there. We're just walking over here to Northern Square and just ran to Josh Gad, but did not have the camera out at the time, sorry y'all, but he was here in full Haunted Mansion gear, so we take it as a sign. We gotta go be some foolish mortals right now. Sorry, the whole Josh Gad thing threw me off. I haven't been to the new Haunted Mansion queue and I just put the camera on again. I'm being a bad creator
take a
right
drink
now.
too.
You have to jump on. New queue looks really cool. And my head's still hurting from those last two rides.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Charlie, thank you for being brave. I ain't going nowhere, Henry.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows Flash pictures.
Let there be music from regions beyond.
Part of the magic. First time I've been here with this actually being open, so I'm gonna go take a look. I'll be honest, I don't know what I was expecting. I don't think it was this. That was fun, and the shirt's kind of cool, and it's Roosevelt's, what we just talked about yesterday with that shirt that I picked up. That was cool. It's really tiny. I don't see why everyone's all up in arms about it. They're saying it looks like a shack, which it does, but we're outside of a southern mansion. Wouldn't it make sense to be like a shack or warehouse to the side to keep all the stuff in there? I don't know. I think it works. I have zero complaints. I just wish they had better stuff in there. Besides that Roosevelt shirt, which is really cool. I'm glad to see they're starting to do more Roosevelt stuff here in the park. Henry's informed us he's already ready for his first break of the day, but it's barely 9:30. Well, once again, Charlie is having his I ate and drank too much moment. So Henry and I are gonna go look at Star Traders. Hey Henry, can I ask you a question? It's very important, I need you to answer me honestly. Are these the droids you're looking for? Droids. Dana and Charlie are heading back to the hotel for a while. Henry and I are gonna go explore Main Street together. Right, Henry? What are we gonna go first? We're gonna go see Tilly? Okay. We've actually already gotten all the cards, but we want to get an extra set. And for once, there's not a massive line of people waiting for them. And there's the magic. It's okay, we got an extra one. And we heard that they now have maps specifically for kids, but it is here at the Disneyland Town Hall, and there is a massive line waiting, so we might not be able to get it right now. Oh, the line's actually shorter now. Let's go check about Henry's map. You know what they call somebody who works with and loves maps? A cartographer. Are you going to be a cartographer and an engineer? Why? Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course.
He's a future cartographer. He has to have maps everywhere we go.
Oh, nice.
Henry, you doubted me. You said they're probably out. And guess what? They had some. So here's yours. That's so cool. I love the fact that they have kid-specific maps now, because Henry has always loved maps. And now he has one that's for kids like him. Of course, he's kind of advanced at this point. He can read a real map, but this one's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be an awesome keepsake. I love the little free keepsakes like this, including the things that we print out with our magic bands. I really hope to see Disney get back to this, because that's an amazing treat, especially with how expensive these tickets are. To get something like that, a little paper souvenir, that's something you can hold on to and cherish forever.
Book of the day.
You know, it's funny, we were here when they launched these hats, and you couldn't find them anywhere. I finally had to find mine on the last day when they restocked. Now, they're everywhere, and they were only in the Disney park. I mean, in fact, this is my third one at this point, because I wear through them. In fact, this one probably needs replacing, but I'm good. Something I've always wanted to do as well, going down to the Disneyland pool. Boys ready?
Yeah.
All right, boys, time to get in. Henry's swimming. Henry's swimming. Henry, swim to me. Life achievement unlocked. Swimming in the Disneyland pool. Man, Henry's really taken to this like a fish in water, literally. And our room is right there. Sometimes life is nice. Even though my feet really hurt from all the walking, which is what the pool's for. We're floating.
Yeah.
We're floating.
You get your bounce.
Look at these kids, cut from the same cloth.
Whoa.
Me and Charlie, we're not swimmers. Huh? Yeah. Let's get out of the pool.
Daddy, are we allowed to keep this like this?
No, we borrowed it. Henry over there flirting with little girls. How fun was that?
No.
Man, you got a bunch of Legos. You got to go swimming in the Disneyland pool. Everything's coming up, Henry. Charlie got a minifig and put his feet in the pool. Everything's coming up, Henry. Heading back to the park from our last break, we found out Henry is an amazing swimmer. and we're gonna head back for a little while. And nice thing is our hotel exit comes out right by the entrance to downtown Disney. I do like the new system because it adds a little bit of a personal touch. They always say, oh, welcome Henry, welcome Charlie, welcome Tommy. No one ever says Dana's because they're afraid they're going to mispronounce it, which they usually do. But we're actually taking the monorail and back into the park. I don't think I've ever taken the monorail into the park. I've only taken it out of the park. So this will be fun. And luckily, it looks like there's not a lot of people waiting. Boys, we're going without the mic. Let's see how this sounds. That made it real nice, skipping all the lines at the front entrance. Look at that view.
Just take your foot off the pedal. Remember to keep it hand clean. Do not bump the car in front of you or stop on the track.
Normally we skip this ride, but both Henry and Charlie really wanted to drive cars, so here we are. Ah, what a day for a nice cruise, right, Dana? Wait, you're not Dana. And your brother's in front of us. You gonna let him out drive you?
No.
Okay. Now you gotta steer.
Okay.
Hi, astronaut.
Hi.
The sad part is he's doing way better than I thought he was going to. Like way better.
I know how to drive.
Yeah, he was actually driving really well, like frightening well. It's like he might have driven before and never told us. Something we don't really do that often. The Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough tells you the whole story of Sleeping Beauty. And if you get away when it's hot, come in here. And the really cool part is, if you think about it, we're actually walking above the castle and the bridge right now. So we're actually reaching the apex. Just a quick little jaunt through Fantasyland. And exits out right here into Fantasyland.
Feel this sweat rolling one of those around the river. Me, I'll take the comfort of a Mark Twain riverboat any day.
Heading back to the hotel again, taking another break. Henry's on the verge of falling asleep, and so is Charlie, whether he knows it or not. I still am always in awe that I got to go up there and hang out in Walt's apartment. That was one of the coolest Disney things I've ever been part of. Even got to hang out up there for a while. Had a cookie, had a drink, and now I'm down here again. Henry and Dana are back at the hotel. Charlie and I are gonna go get some food because we are starving. So we're heading downtown Disney. And it's the last day, so let's make a night of it. Charlie, after some much needed food, we're heading back to the park. We're gonna meet up with Mama and Brother. They're heading there too. Is that okay? Yeah. I think my kids are getting to the point where they're over at Disney. Charlie and Henry have wanted to do anything but go to the parks the last 3 days. It's been quite disheartening. And par for course, I'm pretty sure I lost my magic band. This has been a trip, I'll tell you. And look who's decided to wake up and grace us with his presence. Hi, Henry. Hi, Mama.
We even got you a present.
I already gave it to her, Chuck. The most insulting part about this is now we're waiting in a long line to ride It's a Small World. I think we're going to cut the video here. So farewell, everybody. Thanks for watching. The rest of the night is for family time. Be good, and we'll see you with the next trip. Bye-bye, everybody.